This somatic sensing exercise is to bring awareness to how the whole entire body is connected. So we'll be doing some gentle, simple movements with just a specific part of the body, and notice how it's connected to the bigger whole. So we might bring some movement to the right ankle and notice how it engages the entire right leg. So we'll be doing some very gentle movement, and the idea is to very slowly release. So we're engaging muscles and then slowly releasing those muscles. So we want to come down onto the floor and lay on our back. We'll start with our legs straight, and we just want to tune in to how it feels in this position. So noticing the heels connected to the floor, relaxing the legs, noticing how the low back feels and the neck. And if at any point you need to bend a knee or both knees in order to be more comfortable, you can do that. But we're going to start by just bringing some gentle pressure of our right heel down into the mat. And notice how much of your leg engages. And then release as slowly as you can. Noticing all the micro movements in the muscles of the leg as you relax. You might take a breath before we move to the left side, just allowing the legs to relax. And then we'll gently press the left heel down into the floor and notice if it feels different on this side. What muscles in the leg engage? And then as slowly as you can, relax the leg until all that muscle tension has released. We'll move up to the hands. So it doesn't matter if your palms are on the floor or the backs of your hands. We'll start with the right hand and just gently press it down into the floor. And notice how much of your arm engages. And then as slowly as you can, release that pressure, allowing all the muscles in the arm to relax. Nice relaxing breath before we move to the left hand. Gently pressing that left hand down into the floor, noticing how different it feels on this side and all the muscles in the arm that engage, and then release those muscles as slowly as you can. We'll move up to the shoulders, so gently pressing the right shoulder down into the mat. Notice how much of your right arm, the right chest, all the muscles that engage to press that right shoulder down. And then as slowly as you can, release all of those muscles. Really tuned in to how smooth or shaky the movement is. Nice relaxing breath as we move over to the left shoulder and gently press the left shoulder down into the floor. Notice if this feels different on this side. All the muscles that engage, and then release as slowly as you can. And then we'll move up to the back of the head, and only do this if this doesn't cause any neck tension or pain. We'll gently press the back of the head down into the floor. Notice how this feels. You might even notice the sacrum right underneath the lower back pressing down into the floor. And then release that pressure as slowly as you can. Just relaxing the entire body. So now we'll move down to the hips And the hips can be difficult to sense because we often have lots of tension in our hips. So we'll start with the right side, just gently pressing that right hip down into the floor, noticing if this feels challenging to try to figure out, and gently release as slowly as you can. The smaller the movement, the less pressure you use, the more it will be able to sense those muscles engaging and control the movement. So we'll move to the left hip, gently pressing that left hip down, and notice if this feels different, easier or more challenging on this side. Notice all the muscles in the body that engage to help you try and figure this out. And then as slowly as you can, release that pressure. And in your own practice, you can always go back and forth between each side, making the movement smaller each time to gain more control and sensation in the hips. So now we're going to find our sacrum. So our sacrum rests right in between the hips, and just gently press. Try to figure out how to press that part down into the mat gently, and then release. And then we're going to move up a little higher to our low back and just gently press the low back down into the floor. You'll get a real subtle tucking under of your pelvis here. And then release as slowly as you can. We're just really tuned in to what muscles engage as we do each of these movements. So now we'll go a little lower than the sacrum, or you can even start with your sacrum, just gentle pressure there, and then roll the pressure down until you're gently pressing the tailbone down into the floor. You'll create a little bit of an arch in the lower back. It's very subtle. Notice the muscles you feel engage. And then as slowly as you can, just relax those muscles. Coming back to where you started. And take a couple nice relaxing breaths here to finish.